Let's just run it back, and let's just turn those 2 losses we had in that set that should have been wins into wins. Yeah. Should be somewhat easy for us to do that. We got a Celio mirror. Okay. I don't love this. But our backline isn't like super weak to anything in particular we need Celio to cover, right? So I know, Hoff. That's why I mean, it's not more for me, but it's one of the reasons why I'm going to do it. Plus, they gave me approval to use my old account for part of it, so I can actually like do fun stuff and not just do garbage stuff I don't want to do. So we've CMP'd once, and they won CMP. So my Celio does have quote-unquote very good IVs, so there's a good chance we will not win CMP at the end of the day here. Mr. Mime stance is the best stance in the game. So why not? My opponent there seemed to lag a little bit after that move. Hi, Greasiest. Thank you for the 22 months, friend. Roll that beautiful butt footage for the Prime sub. Thank you for the Bezos bucks, Greasiest. I appreciate it. All right, so we get switch advantage. And then, I mean, if they have a Vig for a running start, we have actually a counter to that. They have a Dusclops. All right. Well, I don't love the Dusclops has a big old running start, but I do not mind this. The fact that we'll get the damage in on it, right? Also, my Dusclops doesn't have Shadow Punch, so I'm not favored in this matchup at all. Like, not even a little bit. Which Graveler, Greasiest? There are two Gravelers. Okay. Awkward. A-Grav, you say. A-Grav. My A-Grav is on Volt Switch, Rock Blast, Stone Edge. It's on the which I believe is the recommended set and usually the set that you want. Because K-Grav is great. Don't you know K-Grav is awesome? And yes, that meme is very dead. No one's asked about that in a while. All right, so lot to discuss here. But the most important thing was I'm hoping this kills the bat. If we get Poison Fanged here, if this doesn't kill the bat and we get Poison Fanged, this backfired badly. But it does kill the bat, so that's good. We still have a shield, which is nice. Shadow Punch me. I think that's okay to take the one. We're not going to die to fast move pressure here. It's been a very, very there we go. GG's. There are lots of times where you really don't care about Shadow Punch on Duskull or Dusclops, but boy, oh boy, it makes games like that really awkward to try and play your way out of. But we did it, and that's what matters. So we're running basically the same team, but with Golbat here. Basically, we're dropping Vig for the bat, and I will run Shadow Bat again. Although I think, honestly, non-Shadow Bat has a better Vig matchup. I'm not wrong about that, right? I think non-Shadow Bat might just be better against Vig. I think Shadow Bat's better against, like, the field, but there's something to be said about the fact that it's nice to have a good Vig matchup. Yeah, it's way better, right? Because non-Shadow Shadow Bat only takes the it takes 2 body slams to kill it. I think Shadow yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. The question is, does that mean maybe we use regular bat? I do have a good regular bat. Yeah, let's run regular bat. Let's run regular bat. I'm doing all right, Funkyote. Thanks for asking. I mean, it has some value, but I think you're right. I think we want the bulkiness given the prevalence of Vig. And the prevalence of just like fast move pressure and that sort of stuff here. I think there's enough fast move pressure that you kind of want the extra bulk. Fast move pressure on squishy mons is not a great shadow place. Charge a bug. All right. Yikes. I think we're going to just swap out of this into a match. This match is not like great for us, but I'd rather be here than Celio into this thing, especially because they're on Spark. Oh, they have Crunch. Oh, they're actually on the Crunch moveset. Well, I feel less good about this choice. I forgot that this is probably a meta for Crunch, isn't it? All right, so Charge-a-Bug might just beat my whole team, although we get to pump it full of that. I don't get your name. How about that? How about that as a discussion point? You don't understand the Mr. Mime stance. I don't understand why you'd make jokes about nuclear weapons. One of those things is kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you should not do that. Or maybe you should not care about the fact that I've chosen the Mr. Mime stance. It's silly. It's a fucking video game stance, homie. Like, what are you on about? I don't get it. Celio? Fuck me, man. All right. So how do we want to, yeah. Can we just, yeah, that's unfortunate RPSing. I'm just gonna let you know that you are, I know it's a Vig in the back, Jode. It's fine. I'm aware. There's not a lot I can do. The Charge-a-Bug breaks the shit out of the core, and then we're RPS'd in the back. Like, that's not great. I was about 99% sure the back Mon was going to be this Vigoroth. I don't know how we win from here. But it doesn't matter. I don't know how we win if we let the Celio beat up on our bat either. So my game plan here is to hopefully make something happen. After that dies, but they're still up a shield. And I'm not going to be able to get him dead before they get another one of these. I mean, I can YOLO a Shadow Ball, right? But even that doesn't kill him. And we're not at a lot of health. So I'm now under pressure of even stuff like... like, even... I think if we Shadow Ball here, I don't think it matters. And we'll YOLO a Shadow Ball now, because I'm not going to get two more moves. And maybe they no shield, thinking I have more energy than I do, but unfortunately, I just don't think this is much. I don't think it's a terribly winnable game for us. Yeah. Some games are not particularly winnable, right? You just have to take your lumps sometimes. You have to take your lumps sometimes. But we do get to run Charge-a-Bug, which is fun. I do have one of those. We'll have to TM it real quick, but that's fine. As Charge-a-Bug, Celio, and Big. And then I want Crunch on it. Exactly. God, yeah, it's just a tricky. It's definitely just a tricky mon for us to deal with there. It's not been too bad for me. This meta's been okay. Like, I haven't spent that much. Chansey is really the most expensive thing I may have to build, but I don't even know if anyone's gonna let me build a Chansey today. I feel like chat is kind of on team don't build or run Chansey. We will pay for that not to happen, and who am I to stop them? Who am I to stop them? Okay. That's the team? All right, sure. Let's see if we can also find a team where the bug looks good. Like, that's really the question is, can we find ourselves a similar team where the bug is a problem for our opponent? And that's kind of what we got there, was we just were... the bug was pretty good against all of our stuff. We've seen a lot of Celio, so... there's a good chance that we'll find a Celio. Yeah, I don't know. This is much worse for us than Dusclops was, right? This thing actually puts pressure on us. But I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, well, if it's an Ice Punch. I don't know why they would throw Ice Punch if they have Shadow Punch, though, so I'm hoping this is an Ice Punch and not a Shadow Ball. Nope, Sludge Bomb. Ow. Balls. Okay. I do have a move, but see, that's good farm. That's good farm action for them. The Haunter's also still alive, which presents a bit of a problem. I don't know about that, Hoff. Not actually sure I agree with that stance. This is probably not the correct play, but we're gonna try and find a way to make our Vigoroth win this. But I don't know that that's gonna happen. I think the Haunter has too much health for that to be a real line, and we also came in here and have to take a body slam, which is bad. I can't ignore these. Mime Stance is good. That's the other half of this that I don't understand, is that Mime Stance is also just good. What's up, Sponge? How you doing? Mime Stance is goated. It's the pay to win stance, y'all. I don't understand. What's wrong with the pay to win stance? It's not. This is not happening. We took too much damage along the way from various stuff, and it's just not happening. Of course, we were like, yo, Charjabug looks pretty good against this meta. There's a lot of flyers, and we've seen like a ton of flyers. We've seen a ton of Dusclops. We've seen a ton of Celio. This looks great. And then we see a team that has none of those Pokemon. They're like, cool. Good work, Charjabug. Doing absolute jack shit against our opponent's team. Rough. The one shield against Ice Punch Haunter? It might. It might. It's possible. Yeah. I mean, it's certainly one of those things where, like, yeah, maybe we win that. Maybe I should not have switched out there, and I should have just let But I don't, I don't know the matchup very well. So unfortunately, that's one of those things where like, yeah, maybe I should have played that out. Then it would have been Dragonair and Vig in the back. The problem is the Vig in the back was still pretty good against what we had. Especially with a running start. We win, the Vig farms us, and then both of our Mons lose to it. Akimo. Okay. Oh, I fucked that up. That's bad timing. Yeah, because now we... Ugh. Spotting them that and... Yeah, boy. I put myself really in an awkward spot here, and I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what the fuck to do. Remember we talked about sloppy play and, like, brushing the rust off and that shit? Yeah, we're 100% in that world right now, and I am failing at it. I'm 100% failing at just playing the game cleanly. That's 2 or 3 games in a row. We salvaged last time, but like these are just fucking ugly, man. Okay. And do they have a Dragonair counter? Dusclops. Okay. Well, Dusclops isn't really a Dragonair counter, but it will beat us. And they're up a shield. And then we still have to deal with the fact that I've got Vig in the back, and we're not going to be able to win this game. So... Also, I believe I left an Aqua Tail on the table here. Yeah, we left an yeah, okay. Yeah, you can have it. I'm not finishing that. We saw their team. I'm done. Oh, sorry about that, Hoff. That's one of the reasons why I just kind of stopped letting algorithm conversations happen in chat. Like, I'm just kind of off it. If that's what you want to do, then go find another chat. This is not the place for it. I don't suffer that level of stupidity these days. I'm down for the jokes, but I'm just not down for the actual having to try and explain to people how they are actually painfully dumb. It's just not worth my time. Especially through the medium of Twitch, right? Like in person, if you wanted to sit down with me over a beer and have an honest to God conversation about it, I might be able to be talked into it. I'd be happily to try and tell you why this is nonsense. But like through the medium of Twitch, it's just not, it's not good enough. Yeah, exactly. I'm not feeling great about the start of the day. I feel like I've not been focused well enough. Ugh. I also just feel like our teams are not... I'm gonna swap out of this. Maybe it's not correct to do so. Nice, Hoff. I like it. It's not Twitch people, baddie. It's just people in general. I think people in general need to accept that they're just kind of dumb by default. That you probably don't know what you don't know, right? It's not necessarily that, like, people can't know stuff or be somewhat smart. It's that a lot of us don't know certain things. And it's okay not to know certain things. Okay, they double Aurora Beam to me. That's fine. We mostly eliminated this as a threat. Okay. I'm fine with this. Like, there are certain things I know, right? There are certain things that I'm pretty knowledgeable on. There's a bunch of stuff that I know nothing about. I'm a fucking idiot when it comes to this stuff. And that sort of tends to be a marker of smarter people, right? Is that they know what they know and they don't know what they don't know. And that's fine. I think they have a Vig counter, which is why I brought this in, but I don't even know if this was correct. I got too distracted with chat. And now I'm like, yeah, you know... What do you got? They've got a Machoke. It's our first Machoke we've seen, actually. I'm not gonna ETM him a choke. Let's put it that way. But I will take him a choke up to the right level. Oh. Of course. Of course. I needed that body slam. Like, I desperately needed that body slam, I'm pretty sure, to win this game. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I can chew through this thing. Come on. Okay, we got it. GG's. Enough fast move pressure to make the shield irrelevant. You love to see it. You love to see it. Woo. And we salvage a 2-win set again.